Tech Break with the original Mr. C. All right, and welcome to the new podcast. The new podcast is called Tech Break with the original Mr. C. Last year's podcast was called Tech Break with Mr. C. It seems like there's some other Mr. C's here in the Bethlehem area school district. I just want to let everybody know I'm the original. Now, there are some other Mr. C's that might have a little issue with that, like other tech coach Mr. Christensen, or the DL teacher Mr. Craven, or the other Mr. Conley, Mr. C, who teaches over at Hanover. Check him out. He does some great stuff on TikTok, and hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll have those three guys on to give us some of their insights on what's going on in the district. In the meantime, last week I was going to come out with my first podcast, but I kind of ran out of time with all the hustle and bustle of the first week of school, so I thought I'd combine the two. So sit back, because there's a lot of information in this episode. Well, number one, we have the BSD teacher grant application. Here's a link, and I'll explain this right now. I do a podcast, but I also do a screen grab, and I'm going to put both links in an email and or in the show notes of the podcast, and then you're going to be able to click on this if you want some video highlights of the podcast. I guess one's called a podcast and the other's called a vlog. So here it is the 2023 teacher grant application. It's due September 29th. Their link is here in the bulletin board. Click on the PDF. You'll get all the information you need. Fill it out, hand it in, and there's a chance you can get up to $1,000 for any cool projects you want to do in your classroom. All right, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth so I know what I'm talking about. Our next is September morning meeting slides. Mr. DeChico, the other tech coach at some of the other schools, he shared this out a while back. It's September. Beautiful living room scene with some cute and neat information on the top left-hand side. And like, I believe it's National Orange Day on September 1st, which of course was, because this is September 5th. But check this out if you want to use them. Use them all or just use them one or two. And I get a lot of my stuff, and I think Tony does too, from the Bitmojis for Educators site. He probably gets his stuff from other places too, but check it out. There's some great links. Most of the stuff I'm sharing with you today comes from that site. Next up, you have the August-September National Day Calendar. And this is a copy. Once you click on these links, you'll be asked to make a copy. It'll be a forced copy. And here's August. We're past August already, but here's September. And here's Cheese Pizza Day, National Cheese Pizza Day. There's a link. It'll take you to a video most of the time, or a web page where you can learn about it. If you're looking for something to do and you're scrambling to grab something at the beginning of the day or to fill up some time at the end of the day, or wanted to have do a writing assignment and stuff, take a look at this a couple days before the day lands, and you'll be able to choose some really neat stuff for your students to learn in the class. All right, that was last week's. Now, I got this. This is the sound wall, vowels and consonant. Check this out. Oh, no, I can't do that. I got this. It's called Magic Tools, Magic School AI. Hey, we've all learned about the ChatGPT and AI coming. This is a neat one. Sign up for it. It's free. And I have two examples here. It's the Science Lab Generator, where my mouse is clicking right now. And that generates an engaging science lab based on topics and standards of your choice. Review closely for factual content and potential bias before usage. So I did this. I clicked it and I said, hey, give me a science lab about the water cycle. And it spit out a 9-step, really cool science project. So check it out. If you want to use it once a month, twice a month, it's really neat. And then the other is Teacher Joke Generator. All you do is click it, put a topic in, it'll throw out a joke for you. Here's the next one. And the next one is the sound wall, vowels and consonants. It's kind of a neat one. The sound wall, Vowel Valley is the first. It's on my screen right now. And then underneath here, you're going to see consonants. It's kind of neat. It's the sound with a picture of what it. So for the first one is B. And then there's a little sound clip right above it. And you can hear it right now. I'll try to turn it up. B. And it's kind of neat because it also has a picture of what the mouth is supposed to look like. So check that out. This is web-based, so you won't have a copy. Just link that wherever you want your students to view it. They'll be able to click on it and play it to their heart's content. All right, next up, we have a WeVideo short start of the year project ideas. And this is an email that I subscribe to, and I'm going to use the Me in 3. It's a quick video introduction of students, and it will get learners familiar with each other and with multimedia correction, creation. And I'm pretty much going to do this through maybe 3 through 5 starting next week when I start meeting with my WIN group. But there's some really other neat ones there. My view, my place, my story. Create your digital self. Screencast your thinking. And then you can make a community PSA. That's a neat one, so check that out. Then back to school teacher tips and ideas. This is from Kiker Learning. Don't hesitate to subscribe to them. And here it is. It's a PDF. You're going to get a copy of it. And teacher back to school toolkit. There's product tips, Chromebook product tips, Google Form tips, Google Doc tips, Google Slide tips. And then later on, it goes into Be Internet Awesome, Applied Digital Skills, and then Teacher Center. And then it still keeps on going. And then this is a good one, New Google for Education Tools, for how you teach and learn and manage. There's a lot of information in here, but don't hesitate to make a copy. And what you can do is, you can go through here through the school year and pull anything you want out of all this stuff. It's kind of really neat. A lot of information. Now, one of those slides was the Applied Digital Skills Back to School. Oh, that's not it. And here it is, Back to School 2003. Kick off your school year with lessons that help students express themselves, build relationships, stay organized while learning new technology skills. And what it is the lessons are here for you. Introduce yourself in Google Slides. Basic and simple. Create a slide that represents what makes you special or unique using Google Slides. And I'm on the site right now. When I click on it, I actually go to another page and I can start this lesson. They are self-paced, little videos you can watch. Kind of teaches you how to do the whole thing, from adding a background to putting in pictures, text boxes, and even recording your own voice. So check that out if you're looking for something for the students in your class. This might be more project-based, meaning it might take a couple days to do, but it's all there if you need any help. Next is going to be Pear Deck Giant Steps, kind of like a gamified way that you can use Pear Deck and make your classroom exciting. There's a short learning curve on this. So reach out to your tech coaches if you're interested. We can come in and do a practice set with you and then kind of teach you how to make one. The nicest part about this is you can actually search for practice sets in here and then let's just duplicate them and then use them. Next is the IXL how-to. This came from, I believe, tech coach Mr. Christensen. It's more for the kindergartners on how they can jump into IXL, but it talks about how to listen to the question by clicking on the speakers. You will use the keyboard for typing numbers in the blinking box. If you don't know the answer, click on the bottom right-hand side, and it says, I don't know this yet. And then when you're ready to submit your answer, you would just click on the green submit button and then show your teacher when you get the stars. All right, there it is for you. That's IXL. Don't hesitate either if you're a kindergartner or even first grade and you want us to come in and maybe just sample this, throw something on the board and work with your kids the first week or two on how to at least get into IXL for those 10 to 15 minutes we want them on per week. All right. Next, Artland September drawing videos. All right, here it is. It's almost like the national calendar day, but each of these is a separate video from Artland on how to draw these things. It's kind of neat. There's the pizza, read a book, salami, ampersand, teddy bear. So if you're looking for some stuff to fill in your day or even just like a brain break, don't hesitate to click on one of these. project that how-to video on the front board, and then work with your kids on drawing that. It's a great little maybe it's even a segue from point A to point B, and it gets the kids gives the kids a little break, and then gets them back on focused. And then this was the 20 most influential picture books of all time. This is kind of a neat site. All the way back from, let's scroll down here. That first one that's listed is The House That Jack Built by Randall Caldecott, and where the Caldecott Award is named after, and that was 1878. There are some books that I never really liked, and it's not that I didn't like them, but this, Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. I was born in 1963, and I just never liked that book. And I think I never liked it because it was kind of scary looking. But there are some other ones in there, so don't hesitate to look for the DL teachers. I bet you have every single one of these in the library to use. I just thought it came through my my feed the other day, and I sat down and read it. So there you have it. There's Mr. C's bulletin board, and this is Tech Break with the original Mr. C. I'll send this out to you, and on my bulletin board on the left-hand side, as I'm scrolling through it, there's my email address if you need it. There's my Twitter feed, I guess the X feed, they're calling it right now. If you need to book a time with me, just click on that link right now, and you'll get my calendar, and you can see when I'm busy and you can't book me, or when I have some free time. This is our BSD Elementary Tech page, integration page. This is where the other three tech coaches and I, all four of us, we share information. We have our own page for resources, but we also compile stuff for parents and for students. And the first few weeks of school, I push my kids to click on this. This can be accessed directly through the Clever portal. All right. And then last but not least, there's Mr. C's bulletin board. You're going to get a click on that, and then you're going to get this. I will keep all these together, so you're going to see them all at once. This is for 9/5, but I did combine last 8/28, 9/5 today. Then underneath that, you're going to see my schedule: Calypso Monday, Dunnigan Tuesday, William Penn Wednesday, Asa Packer Thursday, and on Fridays, I'm district-wide. Tech Break with the original Mr. C.